Jell-O eggs?
Jell-O eggs. Apparently it's a big deal.
Never underestimate the marketing department.
Yep.
of any company. All right.
It is 6:28.
We are just so thrilled to have William Cardinal Keeler with us.
I hope you appreciate
the audio
the music.
man is Joe Sokolis.
Good morning,
Please,
Marty.
Cardinal Keeler, come on up.
Good morning. Watch your step.
It is. I got to tell you, it is great to have you here. You were the topic of a lot of discussion yesterday. People saying we're going to have the Cardinal walk on, going to give him a rousing shine. And we said we're going to treat the Cardinal just like folks.
And you gave me some coffee beforehand, which I appreciate very much. Thank you, Marty.
We didn't discuss that in the deal yesterday.
No.
That was fine. Listen, it is great to have you here. There's so many things I'd love to ask you and discuss. I guess the best way to start off is you're a young man growing up and decide that you want to enter the priesthood. Fast forward the tape, you're a cardinal. Sometimes do you look in the mirror and go, wow?
Yeah, so I was surprised. I've been surprised a lot of times. But what I learned when I went in the seminary was you're called to serve, and it's been my superiors that have called me to serve in different ways as we've gone along. And it's the way the Lord Jesus did it in the beginning. It's the way we try to keep doing it in our service in the church.
We were talking about growing up before. I remember several young men in my community whose parents decided that they were going to pre-seminary. Did you make the decision on your own?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. No, that was...
Your mom didn't say, would you like to be a priest?
No, I told her. She didn't tell me, but she was very supportive.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in any career, you know, there are ups and downs. We were named a bishop, an archbishop, and now a cardinal. Was there any point in there when you thought about no longer being a priest or giving up? Or?
No. And you know, it's Holy Week now, and we're reminded that Jesus, who's to be our model, he had to face some downs, but it all fits in together in the Lord's pattern of service. So I've never, ever had any kind of temptation or thinking of going in another direction.
Just wow. Yeah. Okay, well, I guess that's why the career continues to go this way.
Well,
I call it a career. Yeah, probably it's not what you refer to it as.
It's getting sent again and again to try and preach what we believe is very, very good news. That for all the mess the world is in, the Lord Jesus came into it and said, here's a way in which we can, I'm going to help you to overcome this mess. And it's good news that we're not boxed in. We can move ahead and do a lot of good things. And this is Holy Week, so we're remembering in an especially vivid way.
You know, Don was asking about parents. Your mom, I want to talk about for just a second. I remember we had some great video from your elevation when you were made cardinal. Your mother couldn't make it, but you knew that there were cameras in the Baltimore TV stations, and you told the Pope that your mom would be watching. Yeah. And any child wants to please a parent, no matter if they're a TV anchor person, if they're an accountant. When you finally came back to the States and saw your mom, was it really one of the highlights of the entire couple of weeks?
Oh, yeah, but you know, even before he came back, I was talking to her on the phone. With modern communications, the contact is instant, and she was telling me, I watched this morning, and yeah, so that gap has closed quickly.
That's, you know, as a son, it just had to be, well, I did Mom right.
Yeah, well, and she did us right too, because she gave us the training at home that really makes a difference, I think. Love of the family makes an awful lot of difference.
As you're gesturing with your hands, I can't help but pick up on the ring. Is that the ring of a cardinal? Or
That's the ring of the cardinal. The Pope gave it to me at the end of November. Oh, that's gorgeous. It has a crucifixion. It's a very contemporary design.
It is
crucifixion with Our Lady on one side, St. John on the other.
And the whole College of Cardinals wears the same ring?
Each of the ones that have been appointed in the last 10 or 15 years, he's given this kind of ring to them.
So you've been one-on-one with the current Pope. What's he like?
Very easy to talk to. Very attentive. Got a very fast pickup in things. Great sense of humor.
He does have a sense of humor.
Oh. We want an example?
I love an example.
Yeah.
Oh, a few years ago, I was taking a group of Lutheran bishops through the city. And
Vatican City?
Vatican City and the city of Rome. We were visiting different places. The day before we were to have a private meeting with him, I was in another setting. And he said, what are you doing here? I said, well, I'm taking some Lutheran bishops around to see the sights of the city and to meet with different leaders. And I said, they're having a wonderful time. He said, now what kind of a time is the Roman Catholic bishop having? Are you enjoying? I said, that's great.
Well, sure, I understand that. Well, you have an interesting relationship with him.
Well, you know, one of the things we have in common is being interested in the young people that are coming along. And I know if I were to see him this week, I'd tell him what happened here last Saturday. We had more than 600 youth and young adults from all around our 9 counties in the city of Baltimore in a procession in preparation for Palm Sunday. And their enthusiasm, their excitement, their faith was just a wonderful thing. It makes you have hope for the future when you see so many good people.
It was the procession of the cross through the harbor and other places?
Cross, and then we took the palms and blessed them and carried the palms. And we had the basilica just full of young people for Mass late that afternoon.
Very good, very good.
You know, what's extremely interesting about having you here, and that is, I'm trying to phrase this properly. I'm just going to get back into Marty mode here.
Why not?
Because every once in a while, I went until I looked at your ring and went, wow, there's only a few men in the world that have that ring. So I'm going to get back to myself here. I'm sitting here, I'm Jewish. Don is not Catholic.
No.
Presbyterian.
Sort of half grew up Catholic. I'll explain that to you later.
But everybody, but when this was going on, the announcement, the elevation, everybody in the city, I don't care what your religion was, everybody was so proud of you. It was a citywide event. And I'm still trying to put my finger on why. I think I know myself why. But have others discussed it with you, others in the community?
Not just that way, but I knew, really, there was excitement in the community, but I saw it as a tribute to the community. It's a kind of a world-level recognition that Baltimore is a special place, both as a Catholic church and as a city and as a center for research and other things like that. So
Christianity was on the front page of the paper and the top of all the newscasts for an entire week, and it doesn't, even during Easter week and Christmas week, it doesn't often happen.
Well, it's going to happen again this year when, please God, in October, the Pope comes to town. Already I've seen an excitement that I can't believe.
Well, a good buddy of mine who's a rabbi, it's the same thing. I'm getting ready to make a tie-in. It said your coverage of Cardinal Keeler is just excellent. Isn't that great? And what he was basically saying, well, I mean, you know, there's 2 knowns in the universe, positive and negative. Living positive right here. And I think that tied into everybody. It was real, honest, good news.
Mm-hmm. But it makes me happy when good news is good news also for the whole community. So I'm grateful for the help that you gave us in telling the people of the story.
It was nice. It was nice. I saw you greet Rich Sayers over in the corner. Rich was with Rich announced to me.
Oh, yes, we had some adventures together, traipsing through the streets of the city of Baltimore.
I bet you did. Did the Cardinal have a good time with Mr. Sayers, Mr. Demetrius?
Yes, and they had, I think they saw some sides of the whole world, because the world comes together in Rome. That was real special. So.
Hey, listen, we have some special friends who want to come in and say hello to you. They're from the School of Cathedral Mary Our Queen. John Petter and Wick Stanwyck.
Come right in the middle. Come right in the middle.
Hi, come on in here, guys. How are you? It's kind of an Easter.
Nice to meet you. Happy Easter.
It's kind of an Easter surprise.
My goodness. And there's
Happy Easter.
Inside there's an egg and it has your name on it.
And it has a picture too.
We gotta get
show those. Yes.
Yes.
Wait, we gotta get shots of these eggs.
What's the easiest way in? Do you know?
I don't know. Maybe do undo the bow. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't want to undo the bow, but you got to see the eggs.
Oh, this is tremendous. Did you do this? Did the class do this?
John.
I did them.
Did you really?
Put them together here, and then we'll.
Here we go.
We've got to get the Cardinal's egg out.
Are you a?
Do I get to hold it?
Yes.
My goodness, okay.
Oh, that is excellent.
There we go.
They try to get the right colors on too.
How about
Yes,
that?
they do. I'm glad you said it. I was thinking it. I'm glad you said it. Some TV consultant just looked at that and went, possibilities of a major anchor team here. Wow. Hey, thanks a lot. John, is art one of your studies, or is it a hobby?
Mostly a hobby.
A nice hobby.
Maybe we have a future artist here.
Yeah. Have you met the Cardinal before?
No, I haven't.
No, good to see you.
And how about you?
No.
We just
This should be a thrill then.
Good, fine.
Might I suggest next time just slightly more hair on my head? Well, with all due respect.
I wanted my beard a little fuller too. We'll work on that.
Well, listen, thanks for coming by. Cardinal, thanks for coming on
Marty.
and joining us. We really appreciate it.
Okay.
And have a great Easter weekend.
Fine. And blessings on you in the season that's holy for all of us.
Can I add one more thing? You know, the reason everybody's been excited about your elevation and things, I think, is, and this proves it, and that is that William Keeler's a good egg.
Oh.
Oh, speaking of which, speaking of which, just a point of reference, William Cardinal Keeler or Cardinal William Keeler?
Either way is all right. The one way I'm supposed to sign it, the cardinal in the middle, but the other is becoming more and more common. Put the title first.
So officially, it is the cardinal in the middle. We've had discussions in here about that.
But either way is all right. I see more and more tendency to put the title first.
And if someone was greeting you in the church, it is Your Eminence?
Right, but cardinal's all right too. I say, as long as it's, you know, printable, I'll take it.
All right, listen, we're going to go ahead and throw it to the break. Thanks once again. Thanks, kids.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Time check, 6:39. Don't go away.
Excellent.